Analyzing the costumes of Emma Frost. As mentioned in previous costume analysis, costuming is often overlooked as unimportant to storytelling. This is a shame, considering the amount of effort that goes into creating the designs of some of the most beloved fictional characters. Emma Grace Frost, formerly known as the White Queen of the Hellfire Club, is not only one of the fresher faces to join the X-Men team, but has cemented herself as one of the X-Men's most fascinating characters. Emma Frost isn't just my favorite X-Men, she's my favorite Marvel character. Originally introduced as a telepathic antagonist to the X-Men, Emma Frost has made quite the transformation from villain to co-head mistress of the Xavier Institute. Haughty, sophisticated, and the definition of a rich bitch, Emma Frost's wardrobe consistently reflects this, for better or for worse, easily being the most fashionable X-Men and arguably the most fashion-forward character in the Marvel Universe. In this video, we will be discussing 3 costumes Emma Frost has donned that I adore, 3 costumes Emma Frost has donned that I abhor, and all 3 looks Emma Frost wore to the first Hellfire Gala. Keep in mind, this list is subjective, and if you have a different opinion from mine, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Shall we begin? To end this video on a good note, we will begin with the costumes I abhor, leading with Emma Frost's initial appearance in Uncanny X-Men 129, written by Chris Claremont and illustrated by John Byrne. Although this is one of her most iconic looks, and the costume a large amount of fans associate with her identity, I've never much cared for this look. As mentioned in Jean Grey's costume analysis during her time as the Black Queen, this silhouette doesn't appeal to me. Normally, I believe in skin for the win, hence why Emma Frost is my favorite Marvel character. But something about the corset being paired with a G-string comes off incredibly crude, tasteless, and dare I say, tacky. I do like the boots and the shoulder-length gloves, but the fur coat truly makes this look over the top. It does give villain vibes, which was appropriate for the time, but considering some of her more bold costumes she's donned later, this fails to impress me. Next, we have Emma Frost as she appears in Ultimate X-Men. I didn't realize how much I disliked this outfit until I watched the fantastic channel Great X-Mentations cover it. When I initially read this comic, I wasn't the Emma Frost fan that I am today. In fact, I knew so little about her that I didn't recognize her for a significant amount of time, even though Emma Frost has much more to offer than her mutant gifts, like her therapy and teaching skills. This lab coat does not feel like an authentic choice Miss Frost would make. I almost feel like she was forced to wear it to adhere to some dress code. Interestingly enough, I've always adored when Emma Frost fits a hint of blue into her outfit. It feels right for someone with the last name being Frost, and when Emma leaves her white coat open, revealing a blue turtleneck and a matching pencil skirt, this look improves tremendously. However, it's way too bland for someone as fashion forward as the White Queen. We end the outfits I abhor with perhaps a controversial choice, Emma Frost as she appears during Uncanny X-Men. Even though Emma Frost is the White Queen and the color absolutely suits her, her brother is the person who told Emma white was her color. I'm not adverse to seeing Emma experiment with other colors, however there has never been a time I've enjoyed the White Queen wearing black. I must admit, the silhouette is nice. It's giving dominatrix incarnate. And although I love seeing skin in my costumes and outfits, the areas it's exposed on Emma in this ensemble come off sleazy instead of tasteful. I can enjoy a racy outfit, but Emma tends to emit a classy energy when she decides to show a little extra lay. The giant buckle and shoulder pads feel a little out of character, but I can give it a pass considering how daring Emma Frost is willing to be when playing dress up. It's not a hideous look, I just don't like it on Emma. Now for the costumes I adore, leading with Emma Frost as she appears as a harbinger of the Phoenix Force and a member of the Phoenix Five, intoxicated with cosmic power and limitless energy. Emma Frost's costume during this time perfectly reflected her unshakable confidence. This costume screams lust and life incarnate. This gold phoenix-shaped corset, sensually designed with a boob window and leaving her hips and ribs exposed, is a perfect example of showing copious amounts of skin but still coming across tasteful. The rigid thigh-high boot heels with matching gloves really brings some welcome texture and helps balance the gold while remaining true to Emma Frost's White Queen roots. I'm also completely in love with the cape that trails off of her gloves. It's so regal and larger than life. a perfect fit for Miss Frost during this time. We follow that up with perhaps Emma Frost's most popular costume. Emma Frost as she appears in Astonishing X-Men, written by Josh Whedon and John Cassidy. This costume is a perfect blend of sexy meets superhero. Emma Frost canonically dresses in clothes that reveal her body to use as leverage against the people around her, particularly with men. This is nowhere near one of her most revealing costumes, but it's definitely showing off her goods. In the words of Emma Frost herself, she's got the best body money can buy. The pants seem fitting for an active member of the X-Men, and the cape that dramatically hangs off her shoulders truly sells Emma Frost turning over a new leaf, but still ominously reflects her darker days as the White Queen of the Hellfire Club. This costume really sells who Emma Frost is as a character. Confident, sassy, hyper-femininity incarnate, and a sophisticated socialite who loves to look her best. We end the costumes I adore with the costume Russell Dauterman chose as the center for his Emma Frost cover as she appears during New X-Men. The straight, asymmetrical hair, the tiny chest flaps barely containing her chest, the fact that her exposed skin is in the shape of an X. I literally love everything about this costume. This is such a statement and it can't be ignored. It says, yes, I'm on the heroes team, but you can't change me. I'm not a remote. Emma Frost occasionally tones down the sex appeal of this costume by wearing a giant overcoat, but I much prefer this look without it. It's so bold that I know it makes some people upset, and I absolutely love that about this costume. It reminds me of Starfire's costume during the New 52, another extremely bold and appropriate look for the character, being solar powered. Easily one of her best costumes, even if it's just a little too explicit for everyday use. Now, as a special bonus for the famous fashionista, we'll be analyzing all three of Emma Frost's Hellfire Gala designs created by Russell Dauterman in order of appearance, leading with the giant, puffy, white, furry gown complete with a diamond crown and matching shoes. I know it's easy to dismiss this outfit as out of character, considering how it hides Emma's gorgeous figure, but I feel like this is very much an intentional choice, considering the next two outfits of the night. Next, Emma displayed a costume reminiscent of her superhero persona, a white sleeved corset clasped together by a button shaped like an X, with a regal furry train connected to her sleeves. As soon as this outfit made its debut is when you can tell that Emma Frost is telling a story with her costumes. She's showing you that she's become a whole new person. It feels like she burst out of her first costume to reveal this stunning look. The X on her head is a little gaudy, but it also feels like it's meant to represent Emma's telepathic signature, which I find very tasteful and clever. Emma Frost's final look during the first Hellfire Gala is easily the most bold and eye-catching out of anything she's actually worn in her entire career. Emma's basically only covered by gown-length frills, but what really sells this outfit, without a doubt, is Emma utilizing her diamond skin with this look. It's an incredibly daring and fashion-forward move that only a character like Emma Frost can pull off without coming off as completely sleazy. It's also incredibly simple, but so creative and unique that you couldn't imagine anyone else appearing like this other than Emma Frost, the Ice Queen. Also, just a little fun trivia for you, Emma Frost in her diamond form loses all empathy for others. It does something to her, which I think is interesting. Like, she literally becomes as cold as the diamond she embodies. She becomes cold-hearted. Fascinating, which is fitting for the character. Thank you for watching this fashion analysis on Emma Frost, my favorite Marvel character, voted by you in the poll. I was very excited and kind of surprised that she did win. The only reason why I wasn't surprised is because she's so fashion forward, but I was surprised because X-Men 97 is very popular right now and everyone's kind of talking about Gambit and Rogue and stuff. So if you want to vote for the next character, check out my community tab. If you would like to support me in a monetary way, you can always join my Patreon. It will be linked in the description box down below. And I would just like to take a moment to thank my wonder patrons, Kirsten Letts, Clever B, Mortonette Stevens, and Jerry Jenkins. You are the best people in the world, my wonder patrons, my great supporters. If you would like to be a supporter and get your name in the credit roll for as little as $1 a month, you know where to find the link. It's in the description box down below. If you want to help me in a non-monetary way, you can follow me on my socials. They will be on the screen and in the description box down below, of course. You can also like the video, comment, subscribe. Those things help tremendously and makes me that much more motivated to do more stuff. So let me know in the comments who you would like to see in the next fashion analysis. I want to keep them coming out as long as X-Men 97 is airing. And based on the characters that are asked for in the comment section here, I will put those in the poll for the community tab for a vote. And since Emma Frost is one of the most fashion forward characters in the Marvel universe, I will put this opportunity on the table. If this video gets 1,000 likes within the first month that it's posted, I will do a giant retrospective on every Emma Frost costume I can find, whether it's an hour long, whether it's 2 hours long, whether it's 3 hours long. We will talk about every single significant look she's ever had in her career if this video gets 1,000 likes within the first month. I really appreciate all the support. Either way though, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. Let me know what your favorite Emma Frost costume is in the comments, as well as who I should do next. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful weekend, wonderful time, whatever it is, and I'll see you for the next one.